Oh, hi! My name's Alison, and this is the weekly English practice from English Coaching Projects. This week's weekly English practice is about the pros and cons of working from home. I just love working from home. I can have all the cups of tea I want. Grab a snack whenever I feel like it. I make very efficient use of my time. And the best part is, I can wear whatever I want.
Morning, Alison.
Hi.
How are you?
It's going great, yeah.
Ready for the meeting?
Yeah, got my notes, yeah. On page 1, you'll find some questions like, have you ever worked from home? Talk about the questions with your friends, family, and your ECP coach. And remember, you can even record your voice using WhatsApp. That's all for this week. Bye! Some myths about the reality of remote working. Given that many people have started working from home during the pandemic, ECP coach Alison asks the question, is remote working all it's cracked up to be? Many people imagine working from home to be the ideal situation. After all, you're just a 30-second walk from your laptop. You can wear pajamas all day, and you don't have to deal with your colleagues face to face. But are any of these advantages even true? What if remote working was just as bad as working in an office? One of the most obvious perks of remote working is that you don't have to commute. While it's true that you don't have to drive or take public transport to get to your office, you may still need to take the kids to school, which could even increase the time you spend traveling before you get started on your work. What's more, you might be obliged to leave the house and go somewhere else if your home is particularly noisy and you find it hard to concentrate, or if your Wi-Fi connection is poor. Another popular assumption about people who work from home is that they can wear pajamas all day. This may be applicable from the waist down, but most people will need to look presentable so as to be able to answer video calls at any time. This means that they'll not only need to look fresh-faced and wear relatively smart clothes, but they'll also perhaps need to wash and style their hair so they don't look as if they've just rolled out of bed. Teleworking is also believed to have the advantage that you'll have no boss breathing down your neck all day. However, if you thought your office was a stressful environment, imagine being at home and receiving a phone call from your supervisor every 30 minutes because she wants to check what you're working on. This not only makes a lot of people nervous, it can actually interrupt your work and reduce your overall productivity. It must be said that remote working does mean you can eat and drink anytime you like. But could this be a disadvantage disguised as an advantage? While it's great to be able to get up and go to the fridge whenever the urge takes you, this could inevitably lead to more stress eating and weight gain, not to mention the temptation to eat lunch while you work instead of taking a proper break. At least in the office, you know when lunchtime begins and ends, and you know your eating habits are being watched by others, which can help with portion control. Finally, let's examine the idea that it's easier to organize household tasks if your professional duties and your housework are all conveniently under one roof. While this may be true on the surface, workers often put in more hours at home than they would in an office, because at home they don't have a fixed leaving time. The result may be greater productivity from the point of view of their employer, but having unclear boundaries between work and home means some of the household chores tend to get put off or ignored, and children might not get quality time with their parents. All that being said, it seems that the bulk of these issues can be avoided with careful planning. By establishing clear working hours and meal times, we can ensure time is set aside each day for the remaining housework, as well as time to relax. In addition, driving the kids to school can be seen as an opportunity to talk, sing, or play word games, and you can always go to the supermarket or grab a coffee on the way home to make the most of your journey. No doubt everyone's situation is unique and will require a unique approach, but perhaps now that we're aware of these potential issues and can take steps to prevent them, working from home can be just as blissful as we always imagined. Here are this week's questions. Have you ever worked from home? Do you agree with all the observations made in the article? Why? Why not? What are some other pros and cons of remote working? Would you prefer to work in an office or work from home? Why? Do you think teleworking is better or worse for employee productivity? Why?